Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Daniel, the founder of PinMeTo. Hello.
Hello, sorry.
Nice to see you. Please tell us what your company does.
So I have a company, I founded a company called PinMeTo. We work only with what we call enterprise multi-location businesses.
Okay.
We're based out of the small country in the Nordics called Sweden, but we are a global company. We have customers in over 120 countries. Most of our customers are in retail. Some are like H&M, IKEA, and so on. Of course, Swedish companies, but also large other enterprises that are from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do on our platform, or what our customers can do on the platform, is to make sure they have the best possible online presence and local SEO. And to start with, they usually make sure that all their stores are set up properly through Google in Google Business profiles, in Google Search, Google Maps,
Yeah.
Apple Maps, and all the in-car navigation systems and all the social media, all the platforms in Meta, for example. So all their stores are found and that they can have all the conversation needed with customers through those local operations that they have.
That's fascinating. It sounds so great. What is the biggest problem that you're trying to solve?
The biggest problem we're trying to solve is to help our customer to win over the competitors and make sure that they go to them and buy whatever they want to buy or visit them for other reasons.
What are your current products? I saw you have multiple products.
Yeah, we have the core product is called business listing, which is the first thing you need to do to make sure that you have all your locations set up on all the maps platform and search and so on. Then we built once that is done, we can start pulling data from all those local presence in Google business profiles or Google Facebook pages and so on. So we built other tools. One is a social media tool that you can do one post, but it gets posted to thousands of locations if you have that. And the other two tools, one is for review management, and the other tool is a customer service tool called Conversations that you can do all kind of customer dialogues through. So if someone asks for, okay, I want to buy this, I'm in Amsterdam at the moment, where do I find the closest store? Oh, it's here.
Okay.
Do you have that in stock? Yes, we do. So,
Okay. So you're trying to become an all-in-one solution.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. What do you say are your most interesting features?
The most interesting feature, I think, it's a backend feature that our customers really like. We have what we call access management systems, because our customers are enterprises and they have different people around the world responsible for different regions. So they can set this up however they want. So this team handles only the locations in the US, and this team handles locations, and this person has an app just to use for their own store, for example. So they can help their whole organization to organize around handling their whole online presence management. I think that's the most. Yeah, and also all the insights we can pull, search insights and so on from different search from Google and so on. It's really appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the pricing for PinMeTo?
The average pricing for us is $1,000 US, but then we have customers that are really small that pays around $200 US, up to really big enterprises that pays hundreds.
And can you walk us through the integrations list that you currently have? So you already mentioned Google Maps, Google
it's
Business.
all the main search maps and social media platforms, and also a lot of local listings networks that are still used for searching for if you look for doctors in Ireland, there's a search engine for that. So we integrated with hundreds of different search networks.
That's smart. And can you tell us a case study? I saw you have a lot on your website, and maybe you can tell us.
I don't even know what the last one is anymore. Our marketing knows that, but I can. We have quite a few different case studies. I love one in Sweden because it's very Swedish. In Sweden, you cannot buy liquor in stores, so you have to go to something called Systembolaget in Swedish. Only one player that can sell alcohol in Sweden, and they had a lot of people just calling to ask if there's open, where are they located, and so on. And they didn't want that call because it interrupted the people working in the stores. So once we have set up everything and made sure that the phone numbers were correct everywhere, they were looking for it. and also the addresses and everything was correct. People actually just went to the store. So the number of calls per store went down from 50 a day to around 5, just asking for these things, which helped them a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but the normal case study is actually that we helped a big retail chain to grow the number of searches on Google by 50, 100% per year or something like that. That's usually what we pick. But I think this is more fun. Actually, they wanted the opposite way around. And then we also another fun thing is that we were also working with some military institutions as well, and they don't want their places on maps. So,
okay.
So it could be
So
different
smart.
ways of using our technology.
And do you have any competitors in this space?
We have competitors in the space, mostly in the US. I think that the biggest player in the space is Yext. I think they're on NASDAQ. And then there are Sochi is a competitor, I would say. Bird Eye is a competitor. That's the ones, and then there's a German competitor as well called Uberall.
And how do you differentiate from them?
The biggest difference between them and us is that they are providing technology for both chain businesses, but also for really small SMBs as well.
Okay.
So, but we have focused only on enterprise multi-location businesses. So our whole technology stack and our whole organization is built only towards to help larger companies with many locations. I think that's the biggest differentiator, actually.
When did you start the company?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no plan for it at the moment, and
No, when did you start it?
When I started, I thought you were asking when I was supposed to sell it.
No.
I love the question though, because it's a tough question to answer. No, we started it 8 years ago, so we've been around for a while.
And how did you come up with the idea?
We actually did something completely different. We tried to pull location data from Google and Facebook and so on to create a widget where we wanted to show different locations where you can go to travel to and see where your friends has written about it and so on different networks. But when we tried to do that 8 years ago, the location data was so poor about different locations. So we said, okay, someone needs to build a cheat sheet for map service and social media about locations. So we kind of pivoted into this solution we have today.
Makes sense. And how big is your team right now?
We are 102 people, I think.
And have you raised any funds?
Yes, we raised we raised around 5 million US.
And what do you say was your biggest challenge since starting the company?
It's different challenges now, 8 years in, than it was in the beginning. In the beginning, of course, everything was product market fit and finding the first customers and so on, different challenges. Yeah. Now it's just scale. Trying not to be as innovative anymore, just trying to focus on what works and to scale that. So at the moment is building the best scalable teams and operations and everything around that.
And what's your vision for the future?
We're gonna keep growing and making sure that we are the go-to technology for multi-location enterprise brands globally. We're growing at the moment very industry-wise, so we growing one industry at a time globally. Focus on that. So
that's smart.
Hopefully we want to be the best in the world at what we do.
What has been the best growth tactic for gaining customers?
Sales team, sales processes. We have quite okay size of the tickets per ticket size per customer.
Okay.
And that what we do needs some kind of educational sales as well. So there's no hack here or anything. It's just really focused on building great processes. I think the best thing we've done is to separate the SDRs, sales managers, and then as soon as we close a deal, they leave it to customer success. So no one in sales sticks around with, becoming a key account manager or in any way. They focus on getting new brands in. I think that's the best tactic we have done, to separate different parts, especially taking away the responsibility from a salesperson as soon as the deal is closed and giving it to customer success, so that salesperson can go back and focus on getting new brands.
That makes sense. Well, haven't thought about that, but yeah, that's smart. I'd love to hear a backstory before starting. So from the beginning, how you started your career.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was a musician for many years. I'm 47 years old now, so I've been around for a while. So I was a musician for a while, and then I went to the university and took a studied psychology for 4 years, and then it was fun. But then I went back to being an entrepreneur. I started a few companies in my teenage years. First, I started because I didn't know what the VAT was. I thought everything was 25% off, but it wasn't. I figured that out by selling skateboard and snowboards, which are my interests in life. So did that for a while. So after studies, I went back into marketing and started a few marketing agencies and a few other startups. So I think it's like the 12th company I'm involved in now with PinMeTo. So it's been different companies, everyone in marketing or sales or technology in some way.
What's your best piece of advice for a founder?
Don't listen too much to other people, especially not your investors. It's your company.
Okay. Have you had some bad experiences?
Not bad experiences, but they're not there every day to see what you do and what you want to achieve. They can come with good, they can give some advice.
Yeah.
But only take them to heart if you feel that they are advice that you feel in your gut that they are. You can use them. And I think one thing that people don't expect too much from investors, because they're investors, some founders, I think that everything will be solved as soon as I get my seed investment, which is that's the first time you really get demands. So I think be careful there. And the other thing is everyone around you, the most people are not entrepreneurs. Don't listen too much. They're not entrepreneurs for a reason. They don't have the guts. So don't listen. Don't listen too much to non-entrepreneurs. They pick the safe way in life.
I understand what you're saying. Why did you make the change from being a CEO to just a chairman? What is the story?
The story is that actually I met an old friend that we hadn't met for 15 years. He has built a different industry. He built a factory, sold that. So we had a few too many beers, and then he said, "Okay, maybe I should join you." And I thought maybe, okay, now we just talk. The beers are talking, but we talked the day after. So he invested in the company along with a few other investors in a round, and then he became the chairman of the company. And then he quit his old job, and then he came operational, and we kind of co-CEO'd for a few years. And then I just felt like, okay, he's much better fit for CEO in the scale-up phase than I am as more of a founder kind of person. So now we work still co-CEO, but I'm the CSO now, just to call me something. So I do a lot of strategic things. I'm helping out where help's needed, pretty much, as I think a founder should when you grow into like 100 people like we are now.
Yeah, I find it amazing that you didn't have an ego to put up first and say, no, this was my company, I have to say to stay CEO for until I sell it or something like that. So I think that's a great mindset. You knew that he was capable of scaling, and you enjoyed more the process of founding it. And you said, okay, let's do that because it's best for the company, right?
Yeah, I agree. Ego has no place in building companies.
Yeah, I really appreciate you for making the choice. It's awesome.
Thank you.
You're a great example. I have one last question. What's your favorite software apart from PinMeTo? A software that you use daily and you'd recommend to others?
I have a really boring answer. It's the Google Suite, actually. I think because we use that every day, all the time. So I would say the Google Suite, and then we use Slack as well.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to tell us today on the podcast?
No. I just want to wish you good luck, and everyone listening, of course, good luck in all your endeavors in life.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing value and the story.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Yep.